Yes, indeed. We have a new Nintendo Direct tomorrow, folks. This comes from Nintendo of America. Tune in February 9th at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for a Nintendo Direct live stream featuring roughly 40 minutes, of information mainly focused on Nintendo Switch games launching in the first half of 2022. So, want to talk about that a little bit just briefly. But yeah, new Nintendo Direct tomorrow. I love, first off, and hi, it's Kibiji. Like to talk about games with you here. If you like to talk about games and have healthy comments, then subscribe to the channel. But something I find really fun about Nintendo, like as a brand, they took 2020 off of these Nintendo Directs, which, if you're new to Nintendo Directs, they're basically like kind of showcases and big updates on like what's to come from Nintendo with new trailers and stuff. And they took 2020 off because of COVID and everything. And they came back in 2021 and they just went back on their regular thing, which I guess is, as a new Nintendo person, I'm seeing this February, June, September, February, June, September, February, June, September. That's the 3-month cycle now that we go into this. And that's cool. I think that's really cool as like a consistent thing of a brand to do. But what could be at this show tomorrow? Well, they say they're going to focus on games from the first half of 2022. But, I've learned, I was always cautious whenever I hear them say this, but now I'm like, you know what? I've seen enough of these to get the continuous trend, which is we're going to focus on this. So just set your expectations for that. And look, they could, but just most of the time they tend to say this, but in reality, at least a fourth of their direct is actually focused on stuff beyond that window. So that leaves potential for Breath of the Wild sequel, probably Bayonetta 3 as well. And maybe another surprise. Will we see a new Xenoblade? Will we finally see what the Mario team's up to? There's potential with that. And that's the part that I'm really excited about. But of course, I would be shocked if we don't see the stuff that's coming in their window here they're talking about, which guarantees Kirby and the Forgotten Land, more on that. Triangle Strategy, the 8-bit Square Enix strategy artsy game, I think that'll be for sure here. Advance Wars 1 and 2 as well, so you get 2 strategy games to look at. I think those 3 for sure. Pleasant surprises, that not even really surprises, but just likely. Mario plus Rabbids, Sparks of Hope. I think that could definitely show up here. Splatoon 3 also, like, I wouldn't be surprised, but that feels like that'd be like a June, like, shadow drop kind of a thing. Well, they'll say it comes out next month in July to get people hyped. And just, I don't know, that's really the only other middle ground ones. I personally would be really happy if they finally announced the Metroid Prime Trilogy HD collection that everybody's been saying they should do for years. And coming off of the heels of how successful Metroid 5 was, I don't see why they wouldn't. If it is something that they're doing, announce it, because Metroid 5 did phenomenal. So I don't see how they don't announce that, but people are rumoring a Mario Kart 9. Will we see that? I would imagine so. I honestly think Mario Kart 9, if it's a thing, and Splatoon 3 will be kind of like the big summer releases that they'll want to say, like, that comes out next month during their E3 Direct. So they could announce it here. And then just say stay tuned. But I love Nintendo Directs because they're usually we see stuff that is within like the next year. Not all of it, but a lot of it. But this is going to be a powerful year for Nintendo. They have an opportunity to set themselves up hard here between Breath of the Wild sequel, Mario Kart, potential, remasters, Kirby, Bayonetta 3. Like, there's a lot of potential for Nintendo this year to have the best year they have had since 2017. But what do you hope to see here? Do you think 40 minutes is enough? Too long? Too short? And just what are your big hopes? I want to talk about with you in the comments. That's seriously why I make this stuff. I love to chat with you in comments. Don't forget to be geek, be proud, be awesome. I will see you tomorrow. I'm definitely going to react to this. I'll see you tomorrow.